Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of my budget worship gear rig series. If you don't know, I'm trying to get everything from guitar to pedals to amp all for $500 Canadian to see if it can be done. So if you've been following along, episode 1 we just set it up, what we'd like to buy over this time. Episode 2, I showed you my RV5 that I picked up for 90 Canadian. And the last episode I showed you this Squier Stratocaster that I picked up for 175 bucks Canadian. And I've got a new purchase and I hope you're amped for it because it is amp week. I've been waiting to see what I would end up with, and of course I didn't get a tube amp. We kind of knew I wouldn't be able to afford a tube amp and pedals and a guitar for 500 bucks. So I did pick up a solid state amp. It is a Trainer Dynagain 30 or a Trainer DG30. It's got it's got 30 watts of power. It's got a 12-inch Celestion speaker inside of it, and I picked it up for 50 bucks Canadian. You can't lose with 50 bucks. That's just under $40 American. So on the episode today, we're going to go through this amp. We're going to listen to it, see how it sounds in the different settings. We're going to discuss some of the suggestions that people have written in the comments section. And we're going to then compare it to an AC10, which is a 10 watt amp with a 10-inch Celestion speaker. But of course it is a tube amp, so we'll compare those at the end of the show. Thank you so much everyone for your comments. It's been super encouraging. Episode 1 is over 1,000 views, which I never really thought we'd go over 50. So thank you so much for watching it. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for following the journey. If you haven't yet, you can subscribe and see the rest of the episodes. So I have now spent $315. I have $185 left. We're going to pick up that overdrive. We're going to pick up a tuner. We're going to pick up a delay pedal with the 185 bucks, hopefully. So looking at this DG30 controls, we've got this high and low input. We've got a gain channel and a clean channel. We've also got a 3-band EQ, master volume, and then some built-in reverb, which is actually pretty good. And then a few effects in there that we can play with. And finally, you can input your CD or MP3 player. Brand new, this guy was about $340. I picked it up for $50. I practically stole it. So we're just going from the guitar to the RV5 into the amplifier. The RV5 isn't on yet, so the reverb that's going to be on is just coming through the Trainer. So let's check out the clean channel here. So we're actually getting some pretty decent tone. The reverb on here is actually pretty good. So it's not so bad, especially spending 50 bucks. How can you lose? Alright, we've dialed in some gain, so let's see how the DG30 does with some overdrive on it. It's got a drive channel. Personally, I don't like it. I would rather get some decent overdrives to use the pedals and keep my amp clean, but that's my preference. Alright, let's hear how the rig sounds as it is today. The Squier Strat through the RV5, through the clean channel of the Dynagain with a little bit of verb on it. So let's hear it. for a low budget project. It's definitely sounding better than I was expecting. So it's pretty good. So once again, thank you for all the comments about the amps so far. We had someone talk about their Yamaha 10 THR. Someone brought up the Bugera 15 watt amp, the AC4 from Vox, and a mono price 15. Someone else mentioned a Pod HD, I think it was. Some kind of amp emulator would also be good. So a lot of those were just out of my price range for this. I could do like a V-amp or maybe a Pod, something like that. But I wanted to have the amp here so that when I'm practicing at home and that kind of stuff, that I can have my amp and all my settings and just be able to mic that when I play. I did mention on a few comments that I do want to continue on. Once I finish my $500 project, I want to basically double it and do a $1,000 rig. I'll keep the good stuff and I'll try to sell some other stuff and spend $1,000 to get a total rig after all this is said and done. But we'll see. All right, let's just do a quick comparison between the Trainer DG30 with its 30 watts of power and 12-inch Celestion speaker against this little Vox AC10, 10 watts of tube power and a 10-inch Celestion speaker. So I tried to EQ them as best I can so that they are kind of as close as I could get them so that it's a fair comparison. So let's check it out. On my A channel of the switcher, I've got the Trainer, and on the B channel, I've got the Vox. And I've got, the only effect I've got is the main, is the reverb that comes in each of these amps. So any reverb you're hearing, any effects you're hearing, is only coming through the amp. Everything is off on my pedal board. We're going to try out the gain setting on the Trainer, gone to the gain channel. On the Vox, I've got the gain just up above 50%. So here's the Trainer, then the Vox. Since I have 3 drives on my regular pedal board, I'm not going to be relying on the drive channels for either of these amps, but there's a comparison for you to hear. The other thing is, I'm not sure if you can pick it up on the video, if I turn off the Vox, the Trainer's kind of loud and there's kind of some kind of intermittent hissing and buzzing that come through. With the Vox on, Trainer off, still is pretty quiet. Alright, so there you've got it. I have a amp now that I spent $50 on. I've got a reverb pedal that I spent $90 on, and I've got a guitar that I spent $175 on. This comes to a grand total of $315 spent. That leaves me $185 left. I need a delay, I need a tuner, I need an overdrive, I need some chords, some power. So I've got a ways to go, not a lot of money left, but I'm still hopeful. Picking up an amp that cheap certainly boosts my confidence a little bit. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can comment down below what kind of gear you've been using. You can let me know what suggestions you've got, especially looking at a delay, looking at a reverb in that low price point range. And as always, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, you can subscribe to the channel and get updates on where I'm at with this whole journey of the cheap pedal board. And until next time, God bless y'all.